Good morning, sunshines. Happy day. Today is Sunday, February, and sounds about right. Maybe the 11th. I don't know. I am going to do a Q&A today. I haven't done one in a while, like a strict, normal, handy-dandy Q&A. So I posted a tweet on Twitter, and now I'm just going to go through and answer as many questions as I possibly can in an allotted amount of time, aka however much space is on this memory card. So let's see what y'all gave me today. Hopefully this doesn't turn into awkward Q&A with Nikki. Okay, this is the post on Twitter. You don't know if you can see it. And I'm just going to scroll and see what we find. First question. Would you rather eat mayonnaise for the rest of your life or sweat it? Like, do I have to just eat it straight from the jar? And like, does it sweat just like I normally sweat? Because I don't sweat that often. So if I had to eat straight mayonnaise, then I would say I'd rather sweat it. But if I could just add it to things, then maybe I'd rather eat it. So if there's more specifics, I have a specific answer for you there. I just put way too much thought into that. Okay. How do you maintain motivation to work out? Mine comes in waves, and when I'm unmotivated, I feel guilty as fudge. Do you, or do you just do what you feel like? I am at a point now where I just kind of do what I feel like. I'm kind of listening to my body and my emotions and what I'm doing, which obviously has left me less consistent, I guess. So it's not necessarily a good thing, but it's also like, unless your life does revolve around like competing or needing to have a perfect physique all the time and you're like, I don't know, an Olympian or something, I don't know. I think it's okay to take time off and to listen to what you need personally, and you don't have to always be motivated. Also, if keep in mind that if you want to see results at the end of the day, you do have to just kind of suck it up and get over motivation. You have to go with more dedication, because no one's motivated every single day. I mean, I don't think anyone is. I think that it's more like you go anyway, because if you only go on the days that you're motivated, you're never gonna see results, if that makes sense. You just gotta go anyway. Make it a habit and it'll happen. Lizzie Jude says, how to deal with friends with benefits who you're kinda liking. Meanwhile, they make no effort unless it's to hook up. Well, girl, sounds like 21-year-old Nikki, 22-year-old Nikki, maybe 20-year-old, I don't know. But it's definitely hard when the person you're into doesn't reciprocate feelings the exact way that you'd wish them to. But unless you voice that opinion and been turned down, or tried it and then been turned down, like, there's no harm. You might as well. Otherwise, you're literally wasting your time. Like, if you're not happy with FWB, friends with benefits, then you need to leave that behind, because otherwise you're just gonna get more and more attached. They're gonna continue to not care, and it's just gonna be harmful to you in the end. So I would recommend nixing that, unless you haven't had the discussion with them, like, because you never know, maybe they could come around. But all of my instances, I'd say that doesn't really happen. The struggle. Next question. Where's all of your Lululemon? You never wear it much anymore, at least in comparison to your old videos. I literally have a huge box of Lululemon. I think it's like 100% Lululemon, honestly, or like 90% for Nike and stuff. It's like a big, like, plastic box, and it's in my closet over here because I keep planning on doing Poshmark or Mercari or some shiz like that. However, what I think I'm actually going to do with it is I'm going to put on an event, like a big yard sale event, and give all my extra clothes, which I have disgusting amounts of. Like, I don't even want to, it's just astonishing how many extra clothes I have, especially considering I donate every year to Goodwill or the women's shelter or whatever. However, I have so much right now at the moment after I did my spring cleaning that I think I'm gonna do like a yard sale event and kind of sell everything, see if I can get some other influencers to do it too, and donate all the proceeds to charity or something like that. I think that would be really fun to do. So that is where all my Lululemon is, and that's probably what's gonna happen to it. So that's my plan at the moment. What is your all-time favorite PlayStation RPG game? PlayStation RPG, Final Fantasy 7 and 10 are my favorites. Like, those are the games that I would definitely replay. So yeah, those are my favorites. Kind of old school. They're PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Final Fantasy 7, I'm pretty sure it was like 3 or 4 discs, and you had to put a new one in when you got to a certain point of a game, which is just wild to me now, because now I just download my games. I don't even need a disc. Will there be a Nikki B Season 3 by Gymshark line? It's a great question. I don't know. Maybe. What purse is your go-to? Will you ever do a what's in my purse vlog? Such an oldie, but I want to know. My current go-to purse is actually, it's this one. It's a little, I just like it because it's a little cute little baby bag. It's adorable. It's from Misha. If you can see that. I bought it. It was kind of expensive-ish for me and what I spend on purses. I think it was like $1.99 maybe. But I do like it. It's cute. This little memory card is cool. I called that, didn't I? Continuing. How did your body and mind feel when you were prepping for competition, and do you ever see yourself competing again? No, I will definitely never compete again. I just don't have the desire to. I feel that I proved that I could do it, but I don't want to look like that, and I don't want to feel like that, and it's very just emotionally draining, and you can't, or I can't really live life to the extent that I would like to, because you have to limit so many things and dedicate so much extra time to the gym that you kind of like, it's a trade-off for life. So no, I don't really plan to. Yeah, no. Which other YouTubers do you like to watch or find entertaining? When I'm doing cardio or at the gym, even if I'm just lifting, actually, a lot of times I'll listen to Defranco, because a lot of times he'll have current events and stuff that I didn't know about. And I also recently I feel like I go through phases with this, but I just started watching Pewdiepie again because I was doing gaming stuff and he plays some of the games that I like to play or want to play, so I kind of watched some stuff there. And I also just started watching this one girl because she did a Gymshark review try-on. I thought she was so funny. I just subscribed to her. I watched like 10 of her videos, but now I can't think of her name. It is Patricia Bright. She's just the nicest, like, posh accent ever, English accent. And she's just nice to listen to. It's like soothing. And then obviously Whitney, and I like to watch, I don't really know who else is on my thing. No, that's pretty much what I've been watching lately, I guess. But yeah, sometimes YouTube is definitely a way to make cardio and everything go by quicker, and I enjoy it. Have you fallen out of love with fitness? I don't know why, but in my head I read that very dramatically, like, have you fallen out of love with fitness? I'm definitely not out of love with fitness. I'm just not maniacal about it. And I just get frustrated because I feel that I'm recording the same workout that I've been recording for years. And so I'm like, why would anyone want to see this? But I still think it's helpful because I would still rewatch it. So I don't know why I think of it that way, but I'm just like, it just gets very repetitive, I suppose. I still enjoy doing it personally, but I don't know, it's just like, I love it, but I'm not obsessed with it right now. It's kind of like when I go through phases of video games, I guess. Never mind. I don't even want to start with that. What is your drink of choice on a night out? My drink of choice on a night out, it depends on the bar I'm going to. If they have specialty drinks, I kind of like to try stuff. I'll go for something that's not super sweet, more like refreshing. But I usually I'll get a red sangria if I don't want to just drink wine, but a red sangria, or I just get a Tito's and Sprite, because even though there's sugar in it, I'm like, I don't even care at this point. I'm drinking, so, and I only have to, max is just literally max wine. Tito's and Sprite or red sangria is typically what I grab. What age are you thinking about having kids? Kids are not something in my head that are like a necessity. I don't have this like urge or craving to have them at this point in my life. However, I assume down the road possibly I'll change my mind and I wouldn't mind having them, but hopefully maybe like 5 or 6 years from now. 5 years? I think 34, I don't know, 35 would be a nice age. I don't know. Whoa, why are there so many marriage questions? It's just because I'm old, isn't it? Oh, like, she's getting past her prime there. Better lock her down quick. Do you see yourself living in LA in the next 5 years, or do you see yourself possibly moving? At this point in time, my perspective would be I'd live in LA for maybe like 2 or 3 more years, and then I'd maybe move somewhere close to LA, but outside of LA that's like smaller and homier and cozier feeling, if that makes sense. That's how I see it in my head at the moment, but I could totally change my mind in a year, you know what I mean? Is Twitch streaming a source of income for you? Definitely not. I definitely have not made back what I've spent on like my gaming laptop and whatnot. However, it's just something I really enjoy, and I think it's a fun hobby to have on the side. So I really just do it for fun at this point. When did it hit you that you were getting extremely successful with social media and YouTube? Did your success change how you viewed yourself or other people in the social media world? I feel like when I was getting successful on YouTube, I was with someone else who was more successful, so I never really thought about me being successful. I was just kind of like, well, I'm alright, I guess. And I feel like I've still kept that either way. I always think of myself as small, if that makes sense, because I never take it for granted, and I always am aware of like, there's so many more larger influences in the world. And I always say that I kind of like my level of influence, and that I'm small enough where, you know, I don't go out and get bugged at every restaurant I go to or anything, or like, you know, there's no paparazzi or anything like that, obviously. But I connect with enough people that I feel that I'm making a positive influence, and I just love the people that I connect with. I feel like I almost always relate to people who say they watch my videos. Every time I strike a conversation with them, I always like think that I could be friends with this person. Like, this person, we would get along, we're gonna get along. You know, I don't know. So I just feel that I think I've stayed humble, as cliche as that sounds, but I don't think it's changed me too much. I hope not. Where did your love of pineapples come from? That's a great question. I didn't come up with the pineapple thing, honestly. It was more like subscribers that did it. I just always said I had pineapple hair. And then somehow it caught on and something happened with it, and now I just have pineapples everywhere, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. But I'm cool with it. I think they're awesome now, and it is one of my favorite fruits when done properly, when it's sweet and delicious. I love it. But it kind of just morphed into itself. It created itself. That was not even my creation, it just happened. Do you like onion rings? Yeah, I like onion rings, alright. I mean, I don't order them very often unless I'm eating shitty food kind of mood. Any vacations coming up? I love travel vlogs. Well, it's not a vacation, but I'm going to Australia in March. And I was planning a Hawaii trip for my birthday, but I think I'm gonna have to put it off because of Australia, and then my family's coming into town for the whole week of spring break, for my sister's spring break. So my mom, my dad, and all my sisters. So that's going to consume most of my March. And I didn't want to like leave for half of February to come back and go to Australia. You know, it just seemed like a cluster of fudge. I will plan a vacation for my birthday in like April. What's your favorite song of Miles's? There's a song he has coming out called Off White that I freaking love, and I replay it all the time. Like, I play it on loop, and it's just, I know it would be annoying if anyone else was like in the car with me, but I do it anyway, and I love this song, and I think he's dropping it in the next week or two, possibly, so keep an eye out. It'll be on Spotify. Update us on your LASIK experience. I get that question a lot. I'm like, I can still see perfectly. The only side effect that I think from LASIK is that my eyes are a little more sensitive to sunlight now, but other than that, I still see really well, and I'm so glad that I did it, honestly. What do you think about people of gossip sites saying you've become lazy since you've become less active? I would say I've always been this lazy. Always, 100% of my life. Even working like 4 jobs, I still enjoy my time at home. I still would do the same shit. I still Snapchat my cat every day. So, I don't know. Also, I don't read gossip sites because they make me feel weird in my stomach, and I don't like it. What's your routine every morning? I actually have a morning routine video planned. I think it would be cute and fun, and I want to do it like the makeup gurus do it, where it's all like, you see them getting out of bed and stuff. I think that's really cute. I don't know. I just want to try it. I just want to try it. Favorite Zelda game? Ocarina of Time, Star Wars, or Harry Potter? Harry Potter. How are you genuinely feeling or doing? I feel good. I feel that with this birthday, I'm at like a pivotal point in my life where I have to decide who I want to be for the rest of my life, and like I'm almost 30, and what am I doing with myself? And so I'm having a small midlife crisis. But I'm happy and I'm content doing what I'm doing, but I don't like being content. It makes me restless because then I'm like, I shouldn't be content, I should be doing more. So that's where I'm at right now. I gotta be doing more, and I'm working my way there. What was your high school experience like? Awkward. One word, awkward. So awkward. Gosh. Is Monster Hunter World any good? I think it's super fun. Very confusing though at first. Very confusing. Alright, that's going to conclude this Q&A. I don't think there were like that many juicy questions. I mean, there were some, I guess, but I just didn't. Not today. Maybe not today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I might do a weekly Q&A. I think that's like a good video, and I always get good questions, and I think it provokes a lot of thoughtful responses and things. So, let me know what y'all think about a weekly Q&A, and I will see you guys in the next vlog, which will have, you guessed it, more fitness content. I'm actually kind of excited about this one, so it should be good. Then, love you lots. I feel so awkward even saying like and subscribe. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. I love you. Love me.